Almighty God, we humbly beseech thee to look with favor upon this Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Grant that it may perform its high duty as in their sight. Give divine Ghana to the President of the Republic, endow members of Parliament and ministers of states with discernment and vision, integrity and courage, that through the labors of government, this land and people may be well and truly served, and their good purposes for the common human life be realized in our midst. O God, grant us a vision of our country, fair as it might be, a country of righteousness, where none shall wrong his neighbor, a country of plenty, where evil and poverty shall be done away with, a country of brotherhood, where all success shall be founded on service, and honor shall be given to the deserving, a country of peace, where government shall rest on the will of the people and the love for the common good. Bless the efforts of those who struggle to make this vision a living reality. Inspire and strengthen our people, that they may give time, thought, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of Ghana and Africa. Amen. Amen. Honorable members, welcome to the third day of the sitting of the committee here in Parliament House. We have scheduled to consider two ministries today: Ministry of Education and its agencies, and Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations. The issues for Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations are few, so we'll be taking them first. After that, we'll go to the Ministry of Education. So without wasting much time, Clerk, kindly swear the Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations.
Your microphone. I think only two can work. Okay. So repeat after me. I,
Right, Reku Brobe,
swear by the Almighty God
swear by the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
So help me God.
So we are going to deal with factories inspectorates in Kumasi and then the National Labour Commission. So we'll do the factory inspectorate first. But before then, let's introduce ourselves to the committee. So, Honorable Aka, can you start the introduction?
Good morning. I am Peter Yakwachiaka, MP for Memphis Central and a member of the committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. My name is Kwesi Boatideje, Member of Parliament, New Drabin North, and a member of the committee. Amidu Chinia Sahaku, MP for Sosala East, a member of the committee.
Kofi Adams, MP for Buim and member of the committee.
Samson Chiregia, MP Navrongo Central, a member of the committee.
Alhaj Mohammed Bawa Brahima, MP Ejasi Chedumasi, and a member of this committee.
Joan Abnasechi Eje, clerk to the committee.
Good morning. My name is Samuel Atta Mills, MP for the good people of Komenda, Edina Eguafu Abrim, and a vice chairman of the committee.
My name is James Ruche Abaji, MP for Katuno and the chair of the committee.
Good morning. My name is Kofi Ochiri Ajekum, MP for Fanti Akwasa, the ranking member of the committee.
Chairman, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Roxy Nelson Dapamakpo, Member of Parliament for the good people of South Nine, and a member of the committee.
Most grateful, Mr. Chairman. Clement Abasina Abapak, Member of Parliament for Busa South, and a member of the committee.
Adumaku Kisi, MP for Anyaso Tum in the Greater Accra region, and a member of the committee.
My name is Isaac Yao Opoku, MP of Fenso South, and a member of the committee.
Suleimana Yusuf is my name, MP for Bole Bamboy in the Savannah region, and I am a member of this committee. But my name is Yusuf. My father's name is Suleimana. My full name is Suleimana Yusuf.
Good morning. My name is Sophia Karina Kwako, MP for Domia Brobum, and I'm a member of this committee. Thank you.
Johnson Edu, MP for Ahafuano South West and Ashanti region, a member of the committee.
Thank you, Chairman. My name is Queen Stamami Poku Asoya, MP for Aguna East, and member of the committee. Thank you.
Honorable Chairman Louis Yadombwachi, Senior Assistant Clerk.
Good morning. My name is John Ngoza, Assistant Auditor General, Audit Service.
Good morning. My name is Michael Ado, Director of Audit Service.
My name is Shahadu Sadiq Kambala, Director of Audit Service.
So Deputy Ranking should also introduce himself. Then I'll come to the minister.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Good morning. My name is Davis Ansan Opoku, MP for the people of Mpraiso, the Deputy Ranking Member of the committee.
And the commander of the...
Well, both good and bad.
All right, so Honorable Minister, you're welcome with your team. You should introduce yourselves to the committee.
Thank you, Chairman. I think I must first apologize on behalf of my minister. He's attending to other equally important assignments and has asked me to represent the team. My name is Bright Reku Brobe, MP for Chufuhemai Lower Denchira in the Central Region, Deputy Minister of Employment and Labor Relations. Thank you.
And I am Kizito Balance, the Chief Director for the Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations.
Kwabena Apreku Yabua, Acting Registrar of Cooperative Societies.
Good morning. I'm George Gashon Rego, the Acting Chief Inspector of Factories.
Good morning. I am Isaac Bonzi, pensioner. Former staff of the Department of Cooperatives.
Good morning. My name is Bernice Welbeck, the Director of Administration and Human Resources of the National Labour Commission.
Good
Good morning. My name is Charles Ajay, Internal Auditor, Department of Factories Inspectorate.
All right, thank you very much. You have been cited in the report of the Auditor General, paragraph 455 of the 2021 MDA report. That is the Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations, Factories Inspectorate, Kumasi. Honorable Isaac Opoku will take that one issue for Factories Inspectorate, Kumasi.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, Factories Inspectorate, Kumasi. The infraction here is that you failed to collect revenue amounting to 293,955 from 154 factories in respect of registration and renewal fees. The recommendation is that the said amount should be recovered. So I want to know whether you've been able to recover the amount.
Chairman, I would defer to the acting inspector of factories to take it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, we have done that to recover because it's ongoing inspections for registrations yearly. So after the 2021, the director there also started the inspection 2022, and they have recovered, and the inspection is still ongoing, and they are recovering the amounts, and there is evidence that I've indicated to the ministry. Thank you.
Before I go to the auditors, I just want to find out what is the challenge? Do they have to make an application, or you have to go to them?
Mr. Chairman, looking at the situation, you have to go to them to conduct inspection, making sure that the premises are safe for certification. And without enough resources, sometimes you cannot cover the whole of Kumasi. So they zone areas and make sure that they use the resources to make sure to collect and also do the inspections to prevent accidents occurring in the factories by using risk assessment to assess the high risk areas. So by the end of December, they go to every premises depending on the high risk areas as priority before the low risk areas. Thank you.
Can the auditors confirm about the recovery of the full amount?
Honorable Chair, an amount of 98,587,000 Ghana cedis as at June 15, 2023 has been corrected, leaving a balance of 195,372. Thank you.
Is that the situation? Because I thought you said you've been able to recover the full amount.
There is.
Chairman, I think he indicated at first that it's an ongoing exercise. And besides, some of the shops and factories have also closed down. So this accounts for the amount that have not been covered. But it's an ongoing exercise. So certainly we'll get there.
But I thought initially you said you've recovered the amount. So can you give us the situation, the current?
Chairman, let me clarify it. It's because it's ongoing. We are recovering the amount by getting to December. I hope most of those factories.
So how much has been recovered, assets now?
95. The auditors.
Is that what the auditors?
Yes, yes.
And what measures are you putting in place to ensure that the remaining amount is recovered? May we also know how many factories have closed down?
Yes, from the ongoing inspection, we have about 26 of those factories closed down. They are inactive, 26 of them. As the ongoing information that I've got from my office, and the data shows that 26 in Kumasi of such factories are inactive.
So it means we may not be able to recover the full amount.
Yes,
it's important
exactly.
to know, the details. I was hoping that you bring, those details to enable chairman, take a decision on them.
Yes, we have some of the details indicated with a copy with the ministry.
All right, so chairman, that is the situation. Part of the amount has been recovered. About 26 factories have been closed down, and the remaining amount is still outstanding.
Okay. Honorable Yusuf.
Thank you. Chairman, from the answer, we are told that 26 factories have closed down. Will you be ready to tell us why these factories were closed down? We are in a situation where we are promoting the creation and establishment of factories. And that is one of the areas this government is emphasizing on. At the same time, factories are being closed down. Can you reconcile this?
Chairman, so many reasons account for closure of businesses and factories, including liquidity problems, including some people, even the owners have died and so on. So we have not taken those details, but once they visit and the place is closed down, they record it as such. Thank you.
Chairman, I ask because some of us are interested in this area, and there is a package at the Ministry of Trade and Industry described as stimulus package, where distress companies are able to access some funding. Okay, one would have thought that your ministry will link up these factories or the companies to the Ministry of Trade and Industry, so they are able to access this funding and they don't close down. They are closing down and we are losing money. They are closing down and people are unemployed. And it is your responsibility to ensure that we create jobs in this country. That's why I'm asking you this question.
Thank you for your advice.
Inspector of Factories, right? Is that the title?
Yeah, Chief Inspector of Factories.
Chief Inspector of Factories. Those factories that are closed, if they owe the inspectorates before the factories are closed down, does it mean that those fees are no more collectible, or you still have to go after the directors to collect the money?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Normally, when you inspect the factories, they pay only certification fees, not actually a tax or something. So if you inspect it and you certify that the place is safe, then you certify them with certificate and they pay for the certification. So at the time of visit, if the factory is not in operation, we can't conduct the inspection as well. So then you cannot pay certification fee.
No, I'm talking about this 293,959. They were the inspection fees that you have certified them and have billed them, but they did not pay. So they are liable. Now that they are closed down, will you still go after them to collect what you have certified and bill them? That is my question.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chair. You are not going there to charge them, but you are going there to certify them before they pay the fees. So the 26 have never been certified. It means that
you gave reason why the 293 entire money was not collected, because some of them are closed down. But this is something that already you have certified them.
No, that's not that the case.
That is not the case?
Is that an estimate that this is the total amount to recover?
So my understanding here is that the 293,000 is actually not fully earned by the inspectorates.
Yes.
It's just an estimate.
Estimate. But we go there to inspect.
So the report of the Auditor General is misleading. As if this money is earned, but it's just an estimate. So auditors, sometimes
every year we are
the information you convey in the report is not always clear. For me, I think that this money is something that they have earned because they have gone to do the inspection and they have certified them, and therefore they are expecting that money from these factories. But that is not the case.
Chairman, what really happens is that every year when they go to collect, based on that, they do their projections for the ensuing year. So this is what is happening. So when they go and some have closed down, certainly revenues will come down. So that is the actual situation.
I agree with you, but you see, if you read paragraph 456, the auditor says that we noted that as at August 2021, the management of factory inspectorates, Kumasi, had not collected revenue amounting to 293 from 154 factories in respect of registration and renewal fees. So it means that they earn this money. It's due and liable. They have not collected it. That's the meaning of what they put down here.
Honorable Chair, our operations are said that revenues are not fixed before you go for the inspection. Revenues are collected only if the place is safe and you are certifying them. So that's our situation in factory inspectorate. But in other places, you can estimate and you have already certified them before going there. But in our case, it's the reverse.
So, is your work limited to only Ashanti region or the entire country?
Entire country.
So do you have the resources?
Actually, scarcity is in our environment is the major problem. The resources might not be there. So what we normally do always, we do risk assessment to tackle the high risk ones with the scarcity. But at the end of it, we cover almost the whole country. But it takes a lot of effort and time, not at a go. Because we are also shortage of staff at the moment, technical staff, the chemists, the engineers, and we don't have enough of those staff, so we are doing our best.
So what is the staff strength of the inspectorates?
For the inspectors, which are the science, maths, and we have only 53 for the whole country at the moment. But I'm doing my best so that we can improve on it, so that we can get more district offices, so that safety will be penetrated all over the country.
What is the main source of your funding?
From Ghana government.
From government.
Well,
so you are paid, you're on the payroll of government?
Yes, payroll on government.
And then they also give you your goods and services.
Yes.
So your IGF is the inspection fees that you charge?
Yes, we pay to Consolidated.
Okay.
Chairman, we must let you know that just last year we were granted IGF retention of 34%. Yes, 34. So this is what is now 33. 33. So this is how we hope to improve the services from the factories inspectorate.
Okay, that's okay. So what is the, can you give me the total number of factories in Ghana now?
The moment we have about 12,000, that's but some of inactive, which we are still ongoing checking to update our data.
Okay. All right.
Yes, 12,000 in our books. With the new registration coming, we have about 12,000 there. But we still have to do inspection to check which ones are inactive and which ones have changed their names, and we update the record. It's ongoing.
So what do you consider as a factory?
A factory technically is employing one person or two for a gain. That is employing labor. So because ILO ensures that every worker must uphold health and safety. It's a fundamental human right. Because without that, there is no GDP, there is no progress in that nation. So a factory is not thinking about machine. It's thinking about human beings employed, one or two for a gain. That's the technical definition of a factory.
So a bread maker at Sogakope who makes very nice, tasty bread. Are they factories?
Yes, if it's for gain, if not for...
Yeah, for
yes,
gain.
It's a factory.
In business. They are in business.
Yes, they are in business.
So have you been inspecting them?
Yes, we go everywhere, block factories, but we don't have them.
I mean,
yes.
Have you been going to Sogakope to inspect the...
We are supposed to do that, but we couldn't cover all the whole country. Thank you.
Chairman, the number 12,000 he gave cannot be sacrosanct. Because of, for want of a better word, some dishonesty on the part of our own people. You know, some even open factories and will never report until the officers get there. So our constraints are also the resources and logistics to get to some of these areas. But they are doing their best in the last 5 years or so. They are covering.
Sir, the Inspector General, is Commander Sugar Factory one of the factories you inspect?
We are supposed to inspect any place that you are working. We are supposed to inspect.
No, I mean, have you been inspecting Commander Sugar Factory?
I'll not in my books yet. I have to cross-check whether they've been going there from.
And a factory that was commissioned in 2016, which is now supposed to be part of one district, one factory. How does that play in your books?
Chairman, it's becoming personal.
No. Honorable Minister, the factory is located in his constituency. This is an opportunity for him to find out if the Chief Inspector of Factories, who is sitting before the committee, to extract some information from him. So it's not personal.
Chairman, I would have loved if he lobbied you to do that. So that, in anyway, like we said, about 2 years ago or so, that we tried establishing a regional office in Cape Coast. So we went through the region to secure one, and we are still in the process. We've gotten it. So Central Region is now taking off by way of DFI operations. So I'm sure if Commander Sugar Factory starts operating fully, we will be there to do the inspections.
Honorable Minister, the reason I was asking is in 2020, and again in 2021. Our president told us that it would be in operation. So that's why I was asking if he has been inspecting it. See, I didn't say Atamil's farms, but I will also want to find out about the fish processing plant in Elmina, if that one too is part of the factories that he's been inspecting. Because he's supposed to process some fish and also create fish food for the country, now that the ocean is closed.
So, Chairman, you know that factory was just recently refurbished and commissioned. So I'm sure the operations of DFI will be extended to them.
Honorable Roxon.
Chairman, thank you. My brother, you are welcome. Do you have a regional office in the Volta region?
Yes, we have a regional office in Ho, Volta region.
Okay. There are some operations in my constituency, Southline. They are into fish farming. How often do your men come to look at their premises?
I don't want to give any information there. I'll find out from the regional inspector in Ho whether they have them in their books and how often do they come there. But we have an office there, and I know that Diamond Cement Apulawe is covered. Most of them, they've been going there. I have those records. Thank you.
All right, so that will be all for Factories Inspectorates, which has head office in Kumasi. In Accra. But why do they put Kumasi here? Or this issue is the Kumasi office? How does this? Okay. So the head office is here in Accra. Thank you. All right, so that will be all for the Factory Inspectorate. You are discharged. Shall we have National Labour Commission? Is National Labour Commission here? Okay, all right, thank you. So, paragraph 675. And Honorable Roxon should take it.
Chairman, thank you. The case of the auditors is that you procured some server that wasn't installed. 2021 observation, 2023 July. What's the status now?
Chairman, my director is here. I think it's an issue that has been dealt with. I'll give her the permission to tell us the status of her.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable Chair, we have since installed the server. It was done on the 29th of October 2021, and so it has been installed.
Have you brought this to the attention of the auditors?
Honorable Chair, yes, please, we have.
Auditors, can you verify and confirm?
Yeah, we can confirm that the server is now installed and is in use. Thank you.
Chairman, that will be all for the Labour Commission.
Thank you very much. Labour Commission, and what do you do?
Honorable Chair, we facilitate the settlement of industrial disputes and also settle industrial disputes.
So by rating yourself, how successful have you been?
Chairman, let me pick that on her behalf. You would attest to the fact that the industrial front, atmosphere has been very, very cordial. And without Labour Commission, we were even going to experience a nationwide strike on Monday by organized labor. And through their efforts, they've been quenching that fire, and we all have our peace of mind going about our business. So, Chairman, if you have any labor dispute in your arena, any corner, you can bring it to Labour Commission. At the moment, it's free. You don't pay any money to access their services. So in future, I will come to you, and if you recommend that we pay some, as we are reviewing the Labour Act, if you can give us opportunity to charge very little, So the Labour Commission is doing well, and also having expanded into the regions. We used to have them in Accra. Currently, we have Labour Commission offices in Takoradi, in Western Region in Takoradi. We have one in Tema, and then in Kumasi. So you can see we are expanding bit by bit. So we give opportunity for people up north, not to come to Accra all the time, but access justice in these areas that are closer to them. Thank you.
Honorable Kofi Adams.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. I'm just interested in the Deputy Minister's answer to the concerns of labor and what he talked about. As at yesterday, the report from them is that they still have not found their way through, and that the threat to escalate the issues to a higher level, for that matter, strike by the Tuesday, is still possible and very live. But you are saying it's being resolved, kind of. How do you reconcile this with what Dr. Yauba said yesterday and was clearly reported? I'm sure you were speaking in relation to the issue they have with the Sona Asobi Power Company.
Thank you, Chair. If you listen to me, I said we are facilitating and averting an impending strike action, and it's Monday the 10th, not Tuesday. So we are working. Even today, we will meet with them again, and then ensure that we totally come to a finality on that matter. I was only trying to bring this example to let you know how Labour Commission is very relevant and doing their work as requested by Chairman, wanting to know what they do and how successful they've been. So this is a matter that is before them. And thank God we are working very hard at it so that that Monday strike will not come on. So it's work in progress.
Honorable Roxon.
Chairman, thank you. Madam Executive Secretary, now it's Executive Director. Okay. Yes, this is the Executive Director. Okay, thank you. I've done a lot of cases before the Commission, and one of the problems as lawyers when you represent parties is that paneling problems. You empanel, you want to adjudicate on a matter, a panel member may not appear. I want to find out if, because you have decentralized from your answer to the committee, I'm very happy that you have decentralized. You are in about 5 regions, if per your answer. If paneling 4, it's very good, because you used to be operating from Accra alone. If paneling is no longer an issue, so that when parties come, their matters are expeditiously heard and mediated or otherwise.
Chairman, I think it's a good observation, but in recent times, that is also being cured. The panel members are 7 in Accra, and there are 3 in the regions. And as we speak, I visit them a lot, and I represent government a lot on the commission when we are adjudicating some of these matters. And at any point, all the panel members of 7 are present. So it's pretty much improved.
Honorable Yusuf.
Chairman, the Deputy Minister made mention of the fact that they have 4 regional offices in addition to Accra. I want to find out, be specific, my good friend, when do you think the northern side of this country will get an office? Because you just said it here, traveling down there to come and report cases is an issue. When specifically do you think the northern sector will have an office? At least even if it is in Tamale, the other regions can access it. Thank you.
Chairman, I know the next on the radar is Bono. The next on the radar is Bono. And thereafter, we'll be going to Tamale and then to Savannah and those areas. It's purely a matter of financial resource constraint. And as we put in every year, we are hoping to be given these resources to open the offices. And we will come to your place very, very soon.
Yes, but Minister, I want to find out, so what is the criteria you use in selecting this regional, the establishment of regional offices? Because you yourself, you cited, the fact that you have to travel from the northern part of this country, to the greater Accra region and other places to access this facility. So what criteria do you use in settling on where to establish an office?
So the northern region is Northern, Upper East, Upper West, and Ashanti are zoned. So now that's how, in the face of resource constraint, that's how we have it. So the zonal office is the Kumasi one. And I'm saying as and when money, we request for funds and we get them, then we will move and let people be closer to justice.
Any other? Are you prepared to come and answer here?
For NLC and Factories Inspectorate, we are done. It's left with cooperatives. We have.
Oh, the cooperatives also under you?
Yes, please.
So, Department of Cooperatives, OA, that is the issue.
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay. Because in the report it was placed somewhere. So paragraph 785. Paragraph 785, Honorable Dakwa.
Thank you, Chairman. So the issue has to do with unaccounted funds to a tune of 27,135. The Auditor General noted that between 2018 and 2021, the accountant, Mr. Isaac Bonzi, collected 16,000 as revenue out of 12,000 which was deposited with the bank, leaving a difference of 3,135. Similarly, the auditor also noted that the department acknowledged receipt of 24,000 in respect of a transfer by the Regional Coordinating Council, which was in 2019, but could not trace the amount transferred in the bank statements of the department. Okay, so these are the issues they have, and the recommendation from the auditor.
Thank you.
All right. Please, do you have any documentation here to back what you're saying?
Chairman, we can provide that when we get back to the office. So,
Honorable Minister, I know you are the Deputy Minister for Employment and Labor Relations, but you don't work at the Department of Cooperatives. Don't we have those working at the Department of Cooperatives here?
Chairman, we do. We have the acting.
Yeah, so we should hear from here. They are coming to the Public Accounts Committee to respond to an issue that they are aware of. So if they have refunded the money, they should have brought an evidence of the refund and show it to the auditors, or even at least bring it here, and we'll allow them to give it to the auditors to look at. If you say that you can provide it, you are going back to provide it, I'm not sure you're prepared before coming here.
Honorable Chair, I sincerely apologize for that, but Mr. Isaac Bonzi himself is here. Yes, so he can best.
Acting Director.
Yes, sir.
If Isaac Bonzi has paid the money, I don't even see the reason why he should come here. If he has paid, he's not supposed to be here. It's for you to show an evidence to her that the money has been refunded. Period. Unless you are telling me that the money has not been refunded and you have brought the man himself to come and respond to the issue.
Noted, sir.
No. Answer my question. Has the money been refunded or not?
To the best of my knowledge, Mr. Isaac Bonzi told me that the money has been refunded.
Did he show you any evidence of the refund? Did he?
Chairman, I think that I have to apologize for this hitch. It was just this morning when we were coming and we tried to find out the state of affairs, and they confirmed that the difference of 33,100 had been lodged. So that was information I was carrying. So we will quickly get to the office and furnish the auditors with proof of the payments, and this will be dealt with, Chairman. I was actually being worried when I saw the pensioner being hauled to the meeting. So
no.
Auditors, how much is the amount to be refunded?
Honorable Chair, the amount is 27,135 Ghana cedis.
If you read paragraph 787 of the report, you said that we noted, however, that between January 2018 and March 2021, the accountant, Mr. Isaac A. Bonzi, collected 16,052 Ghana cedis as revenue, out of which 12,917 was deposited with the bank, leaving a difference of 3,135. Then paragraph 788 says that similarly, we noted that the department acknowledged receipts of 24,000 in respect of a transfer by the Regional Coordinating Council on 4th April 2019, but could not trace the amount transferred in the bank statement of the department. So you are adding the balance of 3,135 to the 24,000 that could not be traced to the department account, making up the 27,135. Now that we have the opportunity of having Mr. K.A. Bonzi himself here, we'll ask him to tell us the whereabouts of this money.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In respect of the 3,000...
Mr. Isaac, hold on. Let Ranking make an observation before you respond.
Mr. Auditor, I want you to clarify this for me. When the Regional Coordinating Council transfer money to that department, you say it was acknowledged. Well, I don't know in what form it will be, whether it's a bank transfer or a check, and will that be in the name of, I expect that it should be in the name of the cooperative. So I'm just wondering, how can an individual get access to that money?
Honorable Chair, we are doing some few checks, and we'll get back to you. But meanwhile, Mr. Isaac Bonzi can continue with his statement. Thank you.
Chairman, the question by Ranking, I think, is very relevant. And if you could provide us with responses.
Honorable Minister, that is not your job. You are here to respond to questions. Where you are going is not your area. Please. You think that the question is going to bail you, so you are happy. So leave that aspect to us, please.
Thank you.
Mr. Bonzi, now respond to the questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's quite unfortunate that I have to appear here, knowing quite well that the amount that was transferred to the office and then the questions that has been made has been retired. Unfortunately, I was in Azim a day before yesterday that I had a call that I have to come here today. So I'm very sorry this is happening, and I will try my best to get back to WA and then get the necessary supporting the source documents and provide them to prove the otherwise.
So, has 24,000 been transferred to the office by the Regional Coordinating Council?
Yes, my chairman.
Has the money been deposited to the department's account?
Yes, please.
And those evidence are in the office in WA?
Yes, please.
So, were you at post when this audit was conducted?
My lord, Mr. Chairman, the audit started when I went on retirement.
Okay.
Yes, when I went on retirement.
So you were not there to respond to the queries that were raised by the auditors? Or you were there?
Not all.
Not all?
Yes.
So did they ask you to provide evidence of the money hitting the account of the department? Before you left, did they ask you that question?
Before I left or after I've left?
No, before you left. Have the auditors asked you a question concerning the lodgement of the money into the department account?
No, please.
They haven't? Okay. So if they have asked you, you would have provided evidence of that?
Yes, please.
So how long do you think we should give you for you to go back and get the evidence for the auditors?
Mr. Chairman, I beg, as I was coming, I was just on certain assignment or work. So I beg you give me a month or one month and a half.
1.5 months?
Yes, please.
For you to go to work to go and get the information?
As I told you, as I was coming here today,
yeah,
I have tackled an assignment,
okay,
of which if I leave, it will go against, it will go bad. So I'm pleading that you give me 1.5 months. Then by that time, I might have finished whatever that I'm doing. Then I rush to work and then bring it back.
1.5 months, don't you think it's too long?
Then let's make it 1 month.
1 month?
Yes.
Okay. You are going to give the auditor, you are going to provide the auditors the pay-in slip.
Yeah.
If the money was not a direct transfer. The pay-in slip, produce a bank statement,
yeah,
show the cash book, all those things. You're an accountant, so you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
Those that will show that the money actually hits the account of the department. If there are any disbursement from that during your time, you provide evidence of that as well. So know very well that that's what you're going to do. So that is the 24,000. How about the 3,000, the 135 that you did not account for? Out of the revenue of 16,000 that you collected, you accounted for 12,917. Where is the balance of 3,135? Where is it?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't want to drag further any issues that has been listened. So I'll try as I can to provide proof that 3,300 has been settled.
Have you accounted for that 3,135? Have you accounted for it? It's a revenue you collected. You deposited 12,000 into the account. Have you deposited that 3,000 balance also into the account?
Yes, please.
You are speaking on oath.
Yes.
If it is found later that all that you said here are not true, you will suffer for it. We are recording everything here.
Yes, I know.
It is being shown live.
Yes.
The whole world is watching.
Yeah.
So be careful of what to say.
Yes, sir.
You are confirming, let me ask again, you are confirming that the 3,135 Ghana cedis was also paid to the department account, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Vice Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Now, Director of Cooperative, do you have anybody who works at that office since he went on pension?
Yes, sir. As a going concern, there's an officer there.
So if there's an officer over there and the auditors have come there, there's a shortfall of 27,000. Have you guys done any kind of investigation to find out what happened?
Yes, sir. I wrote a letter to that effect, addressed to the regional director, the one of cooperatives, and then to explain the anomalies, which there's a letter to that effect, sir.
Now, you wrote a letter. When did you write that letter?
The letter, 19th of June, 2023.
Now, sir, 19th of June, 2023. When you got the letter that you were coming to this Meet Public Accounts Committee, have you received any kind of response from that letter?
Even he's on his way coming, but he also responded to it accordingly. And he attached the handing over notes when he assumed office. He responded to my letter and attached the handing over notes.
But sir, this audit was done in 2021. There was an exit conference. You had a management letter. And then we sit down till we get the letter that we are coming to public accounts. Then we write a letter.
So unfortunately, those management letters didn't come to us. It was addressed to them.
Whom did it go to?
The regional office, sir.
And how come they didn't respond to that?
That is the bone of contention.
That is Abenjuma. That's what I see. It's Abenjuma. We are supposed to come up with 27,000. You get the letter and then you put it somewhere. So what if Mr. Bonzi had traveled outside the country? I mean, come on, civil servants, help us here. You get an audit, you are supposed to account for 27,000, and nobody does anything about it. My goodness. This is unfortunate.
Honorable Yusuf. Chairman, I just need some clarification. He said we should give him 1 month plus so that he will provide evidence. I want to find out if the evidence is in his private house in Wa or is in the office. So if it is in the office, he should tell us. If it is in his private office, he should let us know.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The evidence is in my private room. That's why. Yes.
And you didn't leave copies of the evidence on file when you were handing over?
Honorable Yusuf, you said the evidence is in private house. Is that evidence the original copies? The one you have, is it the original copies?
Yes, please.
Good. So you decided to keep official document, original copies of official document in your private home. You retire with those documents.
This is why Trump is being prosecuted.
You see? This is, well, I don't want to mention.
Chairman, respectfully, I will plead that the 1 month you've given him be so that we work with him as a ministry and appear before you within the 1 month to...
Minister, nobody is disputing that. Chairman has ruled and nobody is challenging the 1 month period given. All we are doing is seeking further clarification. And now we are told that the original evidence, the original receipts are in his private house. And that is a concern. As a civil servant, you have documents that are supposed to be on file that you have to hand over to the person taking over from you, and then you decide to go and keep it in your private house. Shouldn't that be a concern?
Honorable Minister, you have to appear before the committee again with him and with the current management of the Department of Cooperatives. So the 1 month is asking for, we'll grant it, okay? But it's your duty to make sure that the date I will give you, you come with him. is a retiree and an elderly person. He has family. So he will not do anything just to disgrace the family name. But you have to ensure that you come with him when we give you the date, the 1 month that he's asking for, so that we can come to the bottom of this matter.
Noted, Chairman.
Minister, to further add to that, what the chairman said, I think that it is the responsibility of the factory, the cooperative head and his current accountant to provide the evidence. It is not really the responsibility of the retiree. That is why they have to be succession. So, God forbid, if he doesn't appear, it doesn't mean that the department is exonerated. They will still have to help him to find the evidence and provide it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
All right, so on that note, we have come to the end of the discussion on the Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations. Hello, Minister, you are discharged.
Thank you, Chairman.
It's 11:19.
Honorable members, we are expecting Minister of Education. Are they here? Minister of Education. Ministry of Education. Okay. They are not here. We scheduled the two ministries. Ministry of Education have a lot of issues. So if they're not here, it means that we are handicapped. We can't go further. We have to suspend. Yeah. But let's send this signal to the minister that letters were sent to the ministry inviting them to come or to appear before the committee today. We have not had any response from them whether they will not be able to appear for us to reschedule them. We have not had that information written to us. So we are prepared to take them today. So if calling them now and no, none of them is here, Minister, if you are listening to us, please kindly give some respect to this committee. We'll try our best to give you another date. But if that date you fail to come, well, the powers that we have as a committee under Article 103 of the Constitution will exercise it. Thank you very much. Honorable members, we come to the end of the sitting today. So we are meeting tomorrow. We are sitting again tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the forenoon. Oh, he is giving me the...